Directly from 42nd Street in Midtown Manhattan, New York. I am your host Harbin and you're watching my channel YOLO. You only live once.
Let's talk about today's topic, why I recommend Ritz-Carlton Black Credit Card and why you should use credit cards to begin with. I've seen a lot of videos and I've come across some financial experts, so-called financial experts like Dave Ramsey, and listen to him saying that, okay, cut your credit cards, throw them away, use debit cards or use cash. I think that is one of the worst advice I have seen from anyone considering himself or herself to be a financial expert. It's a very irresponsible advice to begin with. In the 21st centuries, uh, credit card is the best tool available to you to basically put your finances in order. And I will go through that in a minute. I just wanted to convey here that conceptually, is it a right approach to basically force someone to behave in a certain way by taking away the tools instead of teaching them the right way to begin with? Okay. If your goal is to teach someone financial responsibility, then teach them financial responsibility. Don't take away the tools from them. Okay. And then tell them, okay, since you don't have the tools, you will be more financially responsible. No, that won't work. A person who is not financially responsible will not be responsible with the cash, will not be financially responsible with the debit card. Just by taking credit cards away from that person will not make them financially responsible. And the person who is financially responsible to begin with, credit cards are the best tool available to them to basically organize their finances. And that is something I am baffled that, okay, how come people think these are experts if they are giving some advice like this? Telling Ritz-Carlton credit card is the best credit card to use. One first thing that the credit card comes with very high limits. So uh, I think the minimum credit card limit for Ritz-Carlton credit card will begin at 10 or 20,000. Okay. But it goes as high as 90,000, I think. I'm not sure, maybe more also. My credit card limit is 90,000, some $800. So at least you can get a credit card limit on Ritz-Carlton credit card of 90,000. So you can see my current balance is around 11,842, and I still have 79,050 available credit. So it comes out to be 90,800 something. The other thing I actually want to basically convey that it comes with a big protection. Okay, so it's a zero liability credit card, and now I actually show you a case which happened to me last month, and show you how credit card helps you while cash purchase or debit card would have failed in that scenario. So if you look through this, I actually placed an order with Wayfair for a wall convection oven, which the price was $2,200, 3 cent, $2,203, and installation fee of $299.40. The oven was supposed to delivered and installed on November 5th, but October 22nd or first itself, they informed me that, okay, it has been delayed and the oven will not be available till December 25th. So I immediately talked to them and canceled the account. and they said that, okay, it will be cancelled since it was uh, about to delivered on November 5th. And unless it's delivered and shipped, basically, unless it's shipped, my credit card will not be charged. But on October 25th, they actually charged my credit card for the price of the oven as well as the installation fee. I called them immediately, tried to find out what happened, and they said, oh, it happened in mistakes. It should not have been called. There must be something wrong with the system. We'll fix them. We'll basically return them. But they never basically returned it. They never fixed anything. On their website, I was unable to cancel the order. So I immediately came here and put a dispute online itself. I didn't talk to a associate or anyone. I just came here and said that, okay, I'm opening a dispute that I ordered this thing. It never was shipped. I canceled the order, and but I have not have seen the refund or anything. The credit card actually refunded the money to my card immediately. So that means I was never charged. So now in this case, if you had a debit card, if you have used a debit card and the Wayfair accidentally made a mistake of charging it of $2,500, that money would have gone from your checking account. And the bank, you cannot tell bank to basically put now $2,500 into your checking account while you are basically contesting your case with Wayfair. And Wayfair, basically, I talked even after credit card company, the Ritz-Carlton, the Chase basically has refunded me this money. I still went ahead and called them twice, thrice, but they said, oh, there is a mistake. The system has done something. We'll get it fixed. It will get done. But it didn't get done. Look at on November 10th, the Wayfair actually returned the installation and the oven price. And that also only after I think the credit card company went after them and said that, okay, you need to make this return and refund this money. And they were able to do it. I couldn't get that done. And if I was using my debit card or cash, I was out of that $2,500. Okay. It would have taken me maybe weeks, sometimes months to get that money back. So this type of protection you will not get. There is no way you can get it. So any advisor like Dave Ramsey or these basically so-called gurus, financial gurus, tells you to cut your credit card and throw them away. It's actually a bad advice. You teach financial diligence, okay? You teach financial responsibility, not tell people to throw away tools that help them plan their life better. This is one of the biggest protection you have when you're using credit cards, that in case something goes wrong, the company has your back, because these are big companies, okay? The manufacturer or the seller, if it is a big business, won't listen to you as a individual customer, but they will listen to a big corporation if they are backed by these big companies, okay? So they will be able to resolve your dispute immediately, while it will take for you to resolve the same dispute for months. So that's given that, okay, don't cut your credit cards, don't throw them away, use them responsibly, okay? See, even though I have on this card $90,000 credit limit, okay, but I don't keep any balance on this account. I always pay that balance in full. So if you look at it, my payment was 17,000 for the month of November. So I pay whatever I owe on this card every month. And that's what you should do. You should not keep balances on credit card because the interest rate on those balances exceedingly very high. So that's actually the good thing. Somebody, if they have to tell you, they should tell you that pay your credit cards every month. That is the first thing you should pay in full. Don't keep balances on your credit card. That is the sound advice. Cutting your credit cards and throwing them away is not a sound advice. So now let's look at what the card benefits are for this Ritz-Carlton Black Card and why I am actually telling you to have it. So first thing is you get 6 points per dollar spent at hotels. Okay, so that's the maximum you can get for any card. 6 points for each dollar spent. You get 3 points for each dollar spent on restaurants. You get 2 points on each dollar spent on everything else. So now there are 35 benefits associated with this card. The first one is 85K free night awards. Okay, before we go into the benefits, this card has a annual fee. Okay, most such cards will have annual fee. This card has a annual fee. And this card, it's very difficult to get now if you don't own it already. Okay. Since I own this card for a long time, I'm grandfathered into the annual fee of $395. But if you are able to get it now, which is basically by getting another Chase card with Marriott and then basically upgrading yourself to this product now, I think that's the only way you can get the Ritz-Carlton card. But the fee will be $450 per year. But that fee of $395 or $450 can be basically easily fulfilled by this 85K free night award. With 85K free night award, you can actually easily get a Ritz-Carlton one night anywhere in US or maybe anywhere in the world. So look at the Ritz-Carlton New York Central Park. So 120,000 points actually worth $1,367. So 85K is, you can get $850 easily from your 85K free night. So even though the fees is $395, with just this one free night, you can actually get double the annual fee by basically getting that free night. Then the second thing you get is automatic gold elite status with Marriott. So that will actually gives you possibility of late checkout, upgrade to, if you book, they can get upgrades if they are available. You get 50 night credits each year. You can also earn platinum elite status if you have annual expenditure of 75,000 on your purchases. So that's actually a big thing. With the platinum elite, you get access to club lounges at all the Marriott properties. You can also upgrade your stay. This is actually a big thing. Upgrade your stay 3 times annually on paid stays up to 7 nights. So see, if you basically book a $675 at the Ritz-Carlton and the club lounge access is $1,075. So that means it's a difference of $400 per night. And you can use this upgrade for up to 7 nights in single stays, and you can get 3 upgrades. So you can easily use, if you use Ritz-Carlton or St. Regis for couple of time in a year, you can actually get more than $1,000 or $2,000 value from just this particular upgrade your stay perk itself. On top of it, you get a $100 hotel credit when you basically book any paid uh, 2 nights stay in Ritz-Carlton or St. Regis in a year. So that means every time you book a 2 night stays, you get $100 hotel credit, which is actually a big thing. Then, as we have seen, 6 points per dollar spent in the hotel, 3 points per dollar spent in the restaurants, $2 per 2 points per dollar spent on anything else. Then on top of it, you get $300 travel credits. So that means you have already got your value back for $395 or $450 annual fees. On top of it, you can actually claim $300 travel credit. You have to call after you have made those type of purchases. It's like for seat upgrades, for lounge access, anything you spend on the airport or during travel, you can actually claim credit for. All my years of owning this card, I have been able to claim this $300 credit every time. Then on top of it, you can actually get global entry for free. So that means if you pay $100 towards global entry, you can actually get that money back also. Then no foreign transaction fee. This is actually a big thing. If you are a traveler like me, this is one of the best perks you can actually have. The card does not have any foreign transaction. You can actually use it in France, pay in euro. You can use it in UK, London, pay in pounds. You can in Switzerland, Swiss franc, or in Asia, China, India. Go anywhere in South America, anywhere, and then you can actually use this card without paying any foreign transaction fee. That's actually the biggest perk you can get if you are a traveler. And then that's why in retirement, that is something you will actually use a lot because everybody wants to travel. And that's what they want to basically spend their early retirement on. So the time frame between when you cross 50 and the time frame when you basically still be below 80, those 30 years you will be traveling a lot and you will have some money also saved up by that time. So you will have money, you will have access to travel. You might be empty nester at that time, so you don't be constrained by basically holidays and vacation, and then you can actually travel a lot. And this is one perk which basically comes very handy. Then you get receive free in-room Wi-Fi at all Marriott. So that's actually a big thing. You don't have to pay for the Wi-Fi. You get fraud alerts, and this is see a zero obligation on the frauds. It's actually a big thing. And then again, this is no foreign transaction. These credit you don't get with debit card. You don't get with cash. The next biggest thing is this protection. The protection you got for auto rental collision damage. Every time you rent a car, you know how much you have to pay if you actually take their waivers. The per day waiver is actually more than $10 a day. You actually get this accidental damage waiver for free. You get baggage delay insurance, you get purchase protection, you get extended warranty protection, you get travel accident insurance, you get lost luggage reimbursement, you get fraud protection, you get travel and emergency assistance, you get trip cancellation interruption insurance, you get trip delay reimbursement, you get return protection, you get emergency evacuation and transportation, you get emergency medical and dental benefit, convenient ways to pay, get roadside assistance, you get so you have a chip enabled, you have zero liability protection, and you have a credit agency and authorized users. You can actually add an authorized user and they get all that protections. Also automatic account alerts also there, tap with contact. Another perk which used to be there with this credit card, it might not be there for the new user, which is a priority pass, which was actually valued at $495 or $500, which gives you access to lounges all over the world. Basically, that was a big perk. It might not be available to the new cards holder, but it was still there for me when actually I do have the priority pass card too. But in the end, this card is loaded with all the protection you can get and all the benefits, and that is something you will have to actually account for and see that, okay, this is something you will not be able to get with any other card. uh, it's a very solid card when it comes to protection, and it's a very solid card with high limits. Okay, I have not come across another card which this much limit. I have other cards from American Express, from Bank of America, and the maximum, the next card I have are the with 75,000 dollar limit. This is the only card where I actually had a $90,000 limit. So that's something you should basically you need to look into. But that is something you cannot get with debit cards. So this type of protection, this type of leverage, you will never get with the debit card or cash. And that is something you have to basically make sure you understand when you are actually cutting your credit cards and throwing them away. And here, the benefit what you actually get is you can look back on your spending anytime. Okay, you can look back now, you can look back 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. You can actually look at yearly statements uh, and see in 2021 my total expenditure or spending on this card was $102,000, $102,840, while this year till now I have already spent 133,378 on this card. Since I have been spending more than $75,000 on this credit card for the last ever, I have been owning this card. So that's why I do get the Platinum Elite status with Marriott. So if you look, I have a Platinum Elite status with Marriott because of this. I have 758, 560 points on this. And that is something basically a additional perk with this card, and it's a very good perk with this card because uh, there's nothing else basically will provide you something like this. I've already earned lifetime silver status with Marriott. I have a free night award certificates, as well as the I was club level upgrade up to 7 nights. That was the certificates I was telling about. It's basically is the best thing you can actually get with this Ritz-Carlton Black Card. The point of basically having this accounting is that I can go back and look where I have spent more with respect to 2021 and see whether it was basically something which is not necessary or something which is basically I can have some control over it. So the point I was trying to make here that credit cards are the tools, they are not the problem. The problem is understanding financial responsibility. Okay, if you understand financial responsibility, you are financially responsible person, you will use the credit cards to your advantage. Okay, and that's the way you need to do that. The credit cards are tools, and you should use them to maximize your profits or your lifestyle. Okay, so that's something you have to actually look for in each and every credit card you own. Why you own that card? What was the purpose of owning that card? Since for me the travel was the big thing, I have been to 72 countries and I travel a lot. I like to travel a lot, and then in my future life also I will like to travel as much as possible. So this card fits my needs. For you, there might be another card that will fit your need, okay, more than this particular card. But if you want to basically want to have a travel card, then there is no brainer that this is the best card available on the market. So with that, if you like my video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment, because if you leave a comment, I can actually uh, respond by creating a video which will be of beneficial to everyone, and I'll be able to reflect upon more on that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.